Welcome into Hurrdat.
I told you to start, and then you didn't start.
Well, you got a tiny screen up over here.
Listen.
What do you want me to do?
Just a tiny little baby screen hanging out there.
It's like your tiny little baby TikTok hands.
What's that supposed to be?
Do you guys remember the Tiny Hands Burger King
Yes,
commercial?
we talk about this all the time.
Constantly. I go, but I've got these tiny hands, and everybody just looks at me like a crazy person.
Yes.
I got to hockey the other night and I just went like this, and like me and a buddy of mine were sort of like it's like an inside joke,
Gotta
even
get
though it's
those
a
big,
national
meaty
commercial.
Burger King hands.
But I got
Yeah.
these tiny hands. Welcome in, special edition of Hurrdat Sports Live. We're live here at the Omaha Steaks Team Jack Foundation tailgate, just outside the Hawk Center.
And we're blacked out.
We are blacked out. We're also kind of blinded by the light here.
I've never looked whiter, honestly.
That's hard to do. That
It
is
is.
quite the achievement for you.
Yeah, this is tough. But we're here. We're here to thrive. It's a pre-game for the biggest game of the year.
Without a doubt. That's awesome. Jacobsen, I'm Ravi, Lulla. We got Sasha Durkin here with us as well, making her Hurrdat Sports Live debut, I think.
I think you're right.
I don't think you've been on the show.
No, she has, because when I hosted for DB in the summer, she came on as a producer.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah. That
There
was
we
it.
go. First time as a host only.
The team's here.
Oh, here we
That's
go.
what that
Let's go
is in
team.
the background.
Let's go team.
has
I
arrived.
thought they were coming for Austin.
No.
It's hard to tell
I'm
sometimes.
friends with the law. That is what I am.
Your dad is the popo.
Yeah, well, he was. He's retired now, but I think I can still use that if I can. Try to.
Only in Sydney, not here.
Yeah, well, we'll
Sorry,
see.
content eyes, man.
Content eyes.
Well, she does this.
As you mentioned, the biggest game of the season here, Nebraska against number 23, USC. We got a night game. Thank God it's on NBC for you YouTube TV subscribers. Thanks
Disney
a lot.
Can't hurt us here.
Thanks a lot, Disney and Google, a-holes.
Can I ask you something just about this? I don't know if you've touched on this. Obviously, DB's not a schedule guy or anything like that, right? But when it came to the Michigan game, like everyone pointed and said Michigan was the toughest game and kind of the pinnacle of the season right there. How have you reevaluated where USC could be? Because now it has turned into what is the most critical juncture of Nebraska's season now, right?
Yeah, I mean, when the season started beforehand, I thought Penn State was the toughest game. Obviously, that has changed. Michigan, I didn't know what Michigan was at the start of the year. I don't know that any of us really did, so I didn't totally know what to make of that game. And USC is, I think, better than Michigan, but I also think a better matchup for Nebraska. So that's where it gets a little tricky because it's not in a vacuum, right? If you look at it just, hey, who's the best team on the schedule by themselves, it's USC. But if you look at who is the hardest team for Nebraska to play, by the end of the year, it might be Iowa again. It might have been Michigan, but it's probably one of those two teams.
Yeah.
And that's by far acknowledging that USC is more talented, I think, than either of those teams. Just a better matchup for Nebraska, which I'm sure we'll get into at some point.
Right, yeah. Lots and lots of fun stuff, though. Whether you want to talk preview for this game, you want to talk about all the things Omaha Steaks does, all the fun we had at a Halloween show yesterday, and all the fun Millard North had last night.
Let's go!
Feast down!
Roll
Feast
stings,
down!
baby! We back. No, it's.
Are you a football school again?
Well, listen, we love the softball team. Stay runner-ups. Great job.
Okay.
Obviously, we've been a basketball school for a minute now. Last year, baseball.
How many titles have you guys gotten?
I
for a
think
minute?
2.
Okay.
I think 2 in the last 5 years. It's pretty good. Baseball state runner-up last year. But Al and Burrell, they got the team on the come up. All right.
did.
So we like how they're playing right now. So it's good to be a Mustang as always.
That's right. And Sydney won. They're in the quarterfinals. Sasha, how's your alma mater doing?
Washington High School in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
And?
No idea.
Wow. Brutal.
No clue.
Wow.
I'm
Where's
very
your hometown-
focused in Nebraska.
Where's your hometown pride, Sasha? Where is it?
I don't know. I graduated 78 years ago.
Have you adopted a Nebraska high school as your school?
No.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
No, I guess. Well, I'll say this: my stepson went to Westside.
Yeah,
okay.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
see?
So when he was on the team, yes, I would go to their games.
Yeah, there you go. See, totally fair.
Yeah.
Big Warriors over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Throw
And
your
you know
dubs.
what's cool?
What's up?
Washington were also the Warriors. So
See, it was meant to be.
Yeah,
it was meant to be.
It's synergy right there.
Yeah.
It's
Super
I'm just
fun.
proud of our
this
NEB
is great
press
gear
coverage.
right
we are
here.
blacked
That
out.
is
Let's
perfect.
go.
Yes.
We love
you
to
guys
see it.
That is the best kind. Where did you pull these outfits from? Did you have these or did you buy these? Yes. Oh, whoa! What are you doing? Fight on! Get on out of here! Get on out of here! Hey, bring your Southern Florida somewhere else.
Oh
Get on out! Get out of here, USC. Never mind. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Hey, you dressed for your own funeral, am I right? That's fair. That's fair. I respect that. So, did you guys come from California today? Arizona. Oh, Arizona. I was talking Arizona. Okay, fair enough. Yes, please eat all the Nebraska beef after you take this Nebraska L. Well, it'll be a good time.
This is Hurrdat Sports. Look it up on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry we had to heckle you, but I was on your side the first half for the second half. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. Go Big Red.
They're undercover USC.
That was crazy.
That was honestly, I think they were doing like a cloak and dagger thing, you know, with the leather jacket, which is smart, you know. Not that Nebraska fans are going to be mean to them, but you know, be respectful. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't know. Was I respectful?
I don't think
I was.
so. Are you respectful in general?
Just like it's a general question.
I'm not sure about that.
I asked if in that scenario, was I? That's more what I was asking.
I mean, you were respectfully heckling them.
Okay, I'll try to.
Yeah, they laughed.
Yeah, I think they seem like to be in good spirits there.
They didn't get scared.
They didn't.
Maybe you should have been. Maybe you need to be a little more menacing.
Yeah. The tough part was our cameras only pointed towards us, so it kind of looked like we just yelled into the ether. That whole thing could have been made up.
We were just talking to a ghost.
You know,
sorry to use your line from earlier this week, but it was funny. I had to use the funeral line.
See, it was a good line. Yeah, even though you roasted me for it.
Yeah, nobody laughed during the show when you said it. It was very funny.
There was like a beat, and then there was like some awkward laughter.
Inside baseball, Austin does that a lot to everyone.
Yeah, he does.
But you just take their jokes and then run with them as if they're
Listen, I'm the kid in class that always said it louder. So I mean, what do you expect? What do you want?
I suppose I can respect that.
I don't.
See, we've got a half and halfer here, and there's a black and a cream. So.
I don't know how I feel about that. That seems a bit off. That's okay.
Did you see the post on one of the, I believe it was a 24/7 message board that said Nebraska should try a cream out next? I'm kind of for that. Depending on how well today goes, I could see the whole stadium being cream. That'd be a lot of fun.
Let's move on. I don't like the wording of that.
We're just talking uniforms, are we not?
Anyway, I have a question for the two of you.
Surrender cream?
Yeah, go ahead.
Robbie's just not going to say anything.
I'm trying to stay employed.
I'm not?
I think that
it's hard to tell sometimes. You do have that doctor fiance riding that gravy train.
Yeah.
Try our best.
I think that this game at the beginning of the season probably wasn't something that USC circled, but I think that that's changed throughout the course of the season. I think that this is an equally important game for USC because if Nebraska trounces them, when I should say Nebraska trounces them, like that changes the trajectory of the rest of their season.
And you know, it is very funny too, because sometimes we forget to do this because we are so invested into Nebraska football. And I know I've talked to Ravi about this. I'm not going to say that you share the same claim I do, but sometimes as Nebraska fans, we forget that there is a whole grand scale of college football outside of these state walls, right? Yeah. And I like to try to go middle of the week and see what the other side is saying. USC is very, very frightened about what this matchup looks like. It's a night game. They know the atmosphere is going to be rambunctious. They know the whole blackout, cold a little bit. Pass defense is one of the things that they're very afraid of, and they're especially afraid of Jaden Maeva making a mistake that keeps Nebraska in the game on their perspective.
As they should be, honestly.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing that he does.
I sent this to you yesterday. That line has really surprised me for how much movement it has had. And last I checked was yesterday during our morning show, but it had moved from USC 7.5. Yeah, and now it's up to USC 4.5. I mean, you just don't gain 3 points overnight in the span of 24 hours. Now, could it have readjusted over time? More than likely,
still
yes.
At 4.5.
I mean, that's a lot of points to move, especially for something like this. So what's changed? What's moving on? Vegas always knows somehow, but I agree with what you're saying, though, Sasha, that for USC's perspective, I think this game has raised a lot more question marks, especially with more of the pressure on USC at this point in the season.
I mean, I think there's, people sort of said it. I think people kind of snickered and laughed at it a little bit, but this really is it. I mean, it's a playoff elimination game.
I agree with you.
Like there's 3 teams, Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, that are most likely going to make the playoff for the Big Ten. And then there's an opportunity if one of these other teams wins out that they'll be the 4th team for the Big Ten. A 3-loss team for the Big Ten is not getting in, but a 10-2 team probably does. So that leaves Nebraska, leaves Iowa, leaves USC, and a couple other teams that you sit there and go, okay, this is on the table for them still. And whoever loses today, that's gone, right? And listen, for Nebraska, playoff was not really an expectation at the start of the year. But the fact that we're in November and that's still on the table, like, let's be honest, that's part of the reason Van Rule got an extension this week.
Yep.
Like, this is clear progress moving in the right direction for this program. And honestly, it's pretty exciting to play football that freaking matters in November. Like, this is why I was pro playoff expansion.
Yeah.
Right. People are like, oh, the regular season is not going to matter as much. I was like, no, it matters more for more teams longer. You know how, like, by this point in the year, USC and Nebraska, if they had 2 losses under the 14 playoff, you're like, well, I mean, maybe we can be the Big Ten West and be the sacrificial lamb for Indiana or Ohio State in the championship game. But now it's like, hey, we don't even have to worry about the Big Ten championship game. If we get to 4th place at 10-2 in the Big Ten, like, we got a shot.
Yeah. And also, you mentioned it there, games that matter in November. Past 2 years, even under Matt Rule getting that extension and everything earlier this week, games in November haven't meant as much as they do today because of either their win-loss record. They meant in different ways.
They've only mattered to try and make a bowl game. Right?
In his very first year, it was a winless November, and Nebraska could not get into that bowl conversation because they couldn't figure out a way to get over that next hurdle. Yeah. When it was last season, it was how do you get one more win to get to a bowl game, and they found it in a way at home against Wisconsin.
By beating the life out of Wisconsin.
Now, you're already bowl eligible. That's no longer the standard, as we have heard so many times this week, but what is that next step? Because if it's been a rough couple of Novembers for Matt Rule and company, how do you make that next leap? And if you do it in a prominent way here tonight and you handle your business, listen, if it's a win by 1 or a win by 30, I don't really care how it comes.
Win's a win.
A win is going to be a win tonight. And I think that's the other perspective we got to let's lay that out there, that no matter what, if Nebraska throws 4 interceptions and then they end up finding a way to get a victory here and they win by 1, doesn't matter how it came, get a win tonight and then worry about the rest later.
How important is the mental makeup of this team? It's very evident to me. And Avery brought this up on Big Red Wrap Up earlier, or was that last week? I don't know. Time's a flat circle, but brought up the mental makeup, and I think that the mental toughness of this team is very evident to me, and I think that that's just gotten stronger and stronger under the Matt Rule era. How important will that be today?
Yeah, I mean, so there's to your point, there's been multiple games this year where, like, I'm very available on the internet during games, right? That's basically what I do during games.
I'm on Twitter.
Yeah, like I interact with people, right?
I'm on my phone.
And I'm interacting. I'm seeing how people are reacting. I'm reacting, and then I've got friends from my whole lifetime texting me during games as well, and it goes like the amount of times during different games this year and at different points during the same games that people have texted me or tweeted at me or done whatever and said, man, this one's over, or Nebraska's about to get blown out, or whatever, because of what we've been conditioned by what we've seen for the last decade, right? Yeah. And that is all you need to know. And people can poo-poo it or deny it as much as they want. I've got the receipts, right? Yeah. They're in my mentions, they're in my text messages of people that are going, this thing's over. I mean, Michigan State, Maryland, Northwestern, Cincinnati, like so many different times over the course of that game. I remember Cincinnati with the ball, Brennan Sorsby scrambling all over the place, and people go, oh, Nebraska's going to blow this one. And guess what? They won the game. They go 2 quarters playing terrible football against Michigan State, and guess what? Nebraska wins the game. They go same thing against Maryland, have a really rough 2 quarters, boom, win the game. And then you get Northwestern. You have terrible officiating. Would have been really, really easy to get down and get frustrated and lose focus. Northwestern ties that game. Dylan Raiola throws an interception, and guess what? They still won that football game. Yep. So I don't know how you can sit here and deny that the culture is dramatically different, because those are 4 games right there that Nebraska hasn't won in a decade, and they've won all 4 of them in the same season.
They didn't give up.
Yeah.
I didn't see or pick up on very many. We're not talking about the Minnesota game right now, obviously. That was very different, I think, in look and feel of just, I don't know. Something was off there, like synergy and chemistry and overall mental makeup in that game. They're tired.
But I mean, in that same sense, too, it's that conversation about, and our good friend Nick Baugh had this on his podcast this week, too, that like college football is turning more and more to how talented your quarterback is and how well they play at the very end of the game. And listen, I'm not going to go in and dig into all the stats. I could have for this pregame show, but, we just we're seeing what we can do. I don't doubt that there's a quarterback better than Dylan Raiola in the 4th quarter so far this season. Was the 4th quarter against Minnesota pretty bad? Yes, but when you get a chance to be able to...
So were the first 3. I mean, let's be honest.
Exactly, but when there has been chances for Dylan Raiola to, as we've often said in Hail Varsity postgame, puke all over themselves, he has not done so. even in the Michigan game, a loss for Nebraska at home, they still found a way to make it into a one-score game and at least give yourself a chance to get back into that game at the very end. They found a way in the fourth quarters of contest to either stay in the lead or continue to get back into the game or end up winning the game. So if this game comes down to an offensive shootout, if it's going to be 30-27, if it's going to be 35-35 at the end of the game, I hope our quarterback has the ball last because I want to see what he can do when the ball's in his hands because I know what I've seen through the first 6, 7, 8 games of this year.
I mean, when's the last time you could say that where you're like, hey, I want Nebraska to have the ball in their hands last with an opportunity to win the game?
A decade.
Like, it's been so long since you had any level of confidence to be like, they're going to get this done.
And not just in the offense, but in the quarterback. I mean, we've had quarterbacks in offenses that have felt a little bit synergetic, right? I think everyone could say, well, the Amir Abdullah years, those were great offensive years. Oh, we've had a good quarterback. But to have the entire enchilada already made up for you that you're like, all right, I'm ready to eat. Fourth quarter, final drive, let's score. We can get the ball to Ja'Cory Barney. We can see what we can hand the ball off to Emmett Johnson. We've got Dane Key for those trusty hands on third down. We can go to Isaiah Hunter for a Tony toe tap in the end zone. Whatever it takes. They've got weapons all over the place. And if it's weapons against weapons, everyone's going to lean towards Lemon and USC. But tonight, maybe it's the undercover guys that are going to have the bigger day. I firmly believe that because, again, you look at the USC side of everything, they are worried that Nebraska is just severely underrated. So maybe home crowd, eat that up. If USC thinks that they're over
tonight,
listen, if they're going to be overlooking you for whatever reason, USC definitely has bigger name games coming up. Let them overlook you on the road while they're at your place tonight. The crowd better eat them up alive. That's what I'm hoping for.
I was talking to somebody when I went into the stadium earlier. Very cool, by the way. It's amazing.
Oh, Memorial Stadium's cool?
Yeah. But
don't tell this guy.
Yeah. No one's brought that back
No
up.
detail was spared on what they painted black. But
I'll say the flags outside the stadium are black. The end zones are black. The end in the middle of the field is black. They got black T-shirts at every seat.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Cool.
Also credit Mother Nature because I think we would have still had some red folk out. But no, we do have a lot of black coats coming out. This is pretty good.
Yeah.
I do like this. Except this guy, he's wearing all red. How dare he?
What the hell?
Maybe he's gonna rock the T-shirt when he gets inside.
Maybe.
There you go.
But this game for me, in terms of energy surrounding it, both from how it was talked about in press conferences this week, picking up on reactions to everything that we've posted on our accounts on Hail Varsity, on Hurrdat Sports, the excitement feels comparable to Colorado.
Yeah.
A couple years. Was that last year?
Last year, yeah.
Last year. Which is the loudest I've ever heard the stadium, including that Alex Henry field goal. Like, it was loud. It was ruckus. I get that sense. I don't pick up from the fan base. It's probably 50-50 on nervousness, but I think that the energy here is obviously always to Nebraska's favor, but it just feels a little bit different. The air in Lincoln today does.
But, there's another part of that, too, that the crowd is ready to erupt. They're ready for a big moment, and they want to be a part. They want to help lead you to a win. Yeah. So, Ravi, like much we mentioned in that Michigan game, give your fan base a chance to be impactful in this game. Nebraska gets down 10 in that first quarter like they did against Michigan. They start to get the air sucked out of them, and you have to try to will them back into the game. And I'm not saying the fan base is bad. It's how that's how nature works,
human
right?
Nature,
you're seeing your team down. It's hard for you to be able to say, hey, this is a big third down. I better get on my feet and, I'm going to bumble my neighbors and tell them to start screaming with me.
It's hard to sustain the energy. Like, look, it's 4:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
We're still 2.5 hours to game time. I drove around for like 40 minutes looking for a parking spot. Like, people are geared up and ready to go.
They were here early today.
Yeah. Like, I thought I was going to be fine getting there at like 2:45. I was not. And so, like, that's part of it too, right? Is to sustain that level of energy from basically 4 hours before kickoff. Like, you have to give them something early to keep that rolling because I'll be honest, there may be some beverages being consumed and it's easy to get a little down in the dumps if you're not given something to cheer about. So I do think that's a good point that you have to give, like, that Michigan game's different, right? Because it's an early start time. It's a little bit different vibe.
Yeah.
This game with the night game, you absolutely have to give them something early. Like in Colorado, the loudest that stadium got was the pick six by Tommy Hill.
Yep.
Like that place. But, we're in the press box, and I thought we were in danger. Like, I was like,
it's shaking.
Yeah, I was like,
it's coming down.
This is a very old stadium. Are we okay here?
Save the trough.
Listen, if that South Stadium comes down, I'm jumping into the rubble to get a trough. I'll tell you that right now.
That's the most Sydney thing you've ever said in your life.
But again, to every single one of your points, what happened after that. And yes, the second half of the Colorado game, get in the nitty gritty, Nebraska, whatever, do whatever you want with that. But for that first half, when the game was actually decided, Nebraska's fan base decided Colorado's not going to be in this game at all. And Nebraska, as a team, responded to the energy of the crowd and was able to keep it rolling from there. Yeah. Big play happens. You get a big play opportunity. Mike Eckler and the special teams. I was just going to
ask about special teams.
If Ja'Cory Barney takes one to the house today, and it's in that first quarter, good luck, USC. Yeah. You're not hearing anything for the rest of this contest. Like there's no way if Nebraska gets a big play, and especially a scoring, game-changing type first-half play, I can feel the goosebumps on myself right now. Like, I can see Mike Eckler literally fist-bumping every single person in the crowd with his chest. Like, he's just going to go right after him. He's going to go
put eye black on and, like, scream at everyone.
And they need a third linebacker. He might.
Are you saying, like Taylor Martinez, you got chills throughout your body?
Yes. Throughout my body.
Taylor
Martinez.
So how many more of these drops can we fit?
So if we're going to talk about special teams here for a minute, this is last year. I didn't tell anybody, so you don't have to believe me. It's fine. Last year, the night before the Colorado game, I had a dream that Tommy Hill had a pick six. Now, my dream was from like 40 yards out, not like 4 yards out.
Yeah.
But it came to fruition. I was like, that's pretty weird. I am a little, I don't feel great here.
Wait, did Ravi have a dream?
I had like a premonition. It was weird.
Are you in the right field of work? What are you about to say right now?
Well, I don't know. I was pretty dead on with DJ Lagway, too. I'm just putting that out there. But what I'm about to say right now is I don't think it's just Ja'Cory Barney touchdown return. I think it's a block punt.
Oh,
I think there's a blocked punt for Nebraska in this game that is going to be the thing that we look back on as that's the moment where USC broke.
Yeah.
Right? Because the crowd, like, I'm telling you, if there is a blocked punt in this game,
they're not going to be quiet at all for the rest
of
the game.
There is
scream like it's third down.
There's a reason I'm not standing in the press box today. Like, I feel like they'll be in danger if there is a blocked punt because that place is going to shake the 100-year-old foundations of Memorial Stadium if there is a block punt. And that's my strangely specific prediction for the game is Nebraska gets a block punt.
Who blocks it?
Ooh, I don't know.
I've got one for you.
Who?
You ready? I think Carr Nelson returns a favor. I think he blocks it.
Oh. Can I say
come on, Ainsworth's own USC. Come on now.
Where I went to, and I don't think he's on this part of the punt return unit, but Mike Eckler has told DB, and I think he shared this on air, so I don't think I'm revealing anything.
In case USC coaches are listening.
No, not that. I just don't want to betray confidences.
Yeah.
I believe he said this on air that Mike Eckler has told DB how good Caleb has been on special teams this year. So part of me is leaning that maybe whether it's I don't know if he's on this part of the punt return unit or not, that he would be the one to actually block it. But part of me is I feel like we have a major Caleb Benning special teams play coming.
I'll shed tears.
I would definitely cry a little.
Yeah. Oh, color me shocked.
Yeah. Hey, we don't need to reveal everything that's behind the scenes at work here. I will be in my truck shedding a tear.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I think that special teams plays a pretty big part in today's game. They obviously are very, very important at this stage, and where they were to where they are now is
it's unbelievable. I just can't
absolutely unbelievable.
So that's another part of this too. That looking back from the USC side of it, they do most of the fan base or whatever the writers and stuff will say. Nebraska special teams probably has the edge in this one. Something you couldn't have said before.
At any point, ever.
USC's statistical talent, whatever you want to do, recruiting numbers, all that sort of stuff, they do surpass Nebraska. I mean, there's a reason USC is favored in this. Obviously, we're going to look at it from our perspective, how we see the team, all that sort of stuff.
I think it's skill position players specifically. I don't know that they have an advantage in the trenches.
But see, that was my question, is that there is a perception that USC across the board is more talented than Nebraska. I don't know if that's necessarily true. And if it is true, I don't know if the gap is that wide.
Right. So I ran into Michael Brunson walking over here.
Yeah.
And I told him I couldn't get a really good feel for this game, and I haven't really been able to. I think Nebraska wins, but I don't know if that's my sense or if I'm just hoping. But what I told him was, I was like, I'm trying to figure out if I think USC's better or not. He's like, yeah, I don't know if they are. I go, but they are sexier. USC is a sexier team than Nebraska.
Right.
Because, and I was like, and pardon the language here, earmuffs, kids. I was like, Mekhi Lemon scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I figured out that's the thing I keep coming back to is I'm scared of Mekhi Lemon because Jane Maeva doesn't scare me that much. Even though he's playing a lot better this year, he's going to give Nebraska probably 3 or 4 opportunities.
He did last
to
year,
ruin this game for USC.
All that stuff.
And even though he's been much better this year, that part hasn't gone away.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the throws and everything has gotten cleaned up a lot. He's going to give you 3 or 4 opportunities to ruin USC's day.
Yeah.
You have to take advantage of them. I think I'm not sure which running backs are going to be healthy for USC, but it doesn't matter. Like 1 through 4, they've all been pretty good. But like outside of like, I don't know, do they scare me more than Justice Haynes? Not really. Like Justin Haynes is incredible. Like they don't scare me more than that. And Emma Johnson's the second leading rusher in the Big Ten. So no matter how good they are, Nebraska's got an equal at that position. Really, the guy that I just keep coming back to is Mekhi Lemon.
Yeah.
And then I remember he's going to be covered by Sierra Wright all day.
No, Andrew Marshall, top cover corner. Did
Well,
you listen to the game yesterday or last week?
I did, and I kept saying, why does this idiot keep saying this?
Sorry, Mark.
Because, anyway, but Sierra Wright,
That
since
Potsdam.
Malcolm Hartzog got injured, has been playing that nickel spot. He doesn't even have to chase Mekhi Lemon. That's just where they're going to be playing.
Yep.
And that, to me, is a huge, huge part of this game because Mekhi Lemon is really the only guy that actively scares me. They've got a lot of good players at a lot of other spots. But when I'm watching that like USC game, when I'm watching the Michigan game or the USC Notre Dame game, when I'm watching USC Michigan, when I'm watching USC Illinois, Mekhi Lemon's the guy. I'm like, what do you do with that guy? And the answer is you put Sierra Wright on him because they're going to have to throw to Mekhi Lemon, and no one else has wanted to throw at Sierra Wright the entire game.
Right.
So if Sierra Wright is who I think he is and Nebraska gets the better of that matchup, that's a win for Nebraska.
He is who he says he is.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah.
And I know what you're saying, but there's another part of this too that, yes, the talent, all that other stuff with USC, kind of the equilibrium of where it comes to, but Lincoln Riley is an offensive mind. He's had a week to prepare. And we mentioned kind of the pressure that this game does hold because it's a college football playoff eliminator game, depending on no matter how far outreaching percentage-wise both these teams could be from that CFP, there's still a chance that both of them can get in. A third loss completely nullifies you from a chance to be able to get in there. So it's very important for USC. Lincoln Riley is going to make sure that he has opportunities to put Lemon into really good scenarios because, again, if there's one player on this entire USC team that can scare you, it's Mekhi Lemon.
Right.
But it's up to Nebraska's defense to say, we understand that you're going to put him in positions to have success. How
Take
can
it
we
away.
get you out of your own comfort?
Yeah.
And it's going to come down to guys like Williams-Winery. I've been asking many weeks in a row on Hail Varsity postgame with Ravi about who is this defensive stopper? Who is our guy? And I've been wanting to see the Winery breakout game. I think he's been very close, and he's had a couple of those, my name's Williams Winery. I'm really big in Nebraska. I want him tonight to say, I'm Williams Winery. This is NBC. This is my effing night, welcome to Nebraska.
Yeah. I want somebody to have I'm a fucking problem game.
Whoa!
I do. Like, I think that
What if there's a kid listening to this?
Well, I'm sorry.
Earmuffs.
Earmuffs. But I agree with all of your guys' points on that. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, you guys did compared the coach effect on a game, and I can't remember which one that was, but I really like that. How much does that play into this game as well?
Yeah.
Kind of just touched on it with Lincoln Riley, but
so here's the
flip
thing.
side of the coin for Nebraska.
Here's the thing I think is going to be really interesting today. I have a hunch that with the week to prepare for Lincoln Riley, I think Nebraska is going to show USC something they haven't really seen all year. And to me, that answer, I talked about it this week because I was kind of sick of watching Nebraska just chase guys. I think they're going to run a lot more zone, like a lot more zone coverage this week. And that because you can't chase Mekhi Lemon. If you chase Mekhi Lemon, you lose.
Yes.
Right? So I do think, and maybe they'll do a little bit of like matchup zone or man match with Sierra Wright on Mekhi Lemon.
Well, that's what it's got to be, right? It's got to be if your quarterback is looking at one guy and he says, this is the guy that's supposed to beat the world in whatever zone and scheme, if they don't understand at pre-snap, during the play, whatever it looks like, that Lemon is not where he's supposed to be, or he's bumped off of coverage, or they have a different type of zone set up around him, that's where Maeva makes mistakes. That's where you have to get him, right?
Absolutely. And I think that Nebraska hasn't shown a ton of zone this year. And so I think that's the big thing that can offset the week extra for Lincoln Riley to prepare for this, is show him something you haven't shown anybody else this year and say, hey, I know that you're prepared for us to do our man coverage that we've done all year and not bring extra guys and give you looks with 4 and not bring in extra pressure and then dropping everybody else into coverage. Well, guess what? We're not doing that today. We're going to run zone. I hope they bring in a little bit of extra pressure. I'd like to see them bring plus pressure every once in a while. Don't got to go crazy, but I'd like them to see them bring a little bit of plus pressure. DB talked about it this week where if you show a heavy box, he's going to pass against it. That way, Lincoln Riley's going to pass against it. That way, you can take advantage of that zone coverage behind it if you show a little plus pressure, even if you back out of it, right? At least have to show the plus pressure to get Lincoln Riley into the looks that you want to get him into and confuse Jaden Maeva a little bit. So maybe instead of 3 or 4 balls that he gives you an opportunity on, maybe gives you 5 or 6. And then that's a totally different ballgame for Nebraska if they're able to take advantage of even half of those.
Make them do stuff they don't want to do.
Right.
Make them do stuff they're not comfortable doing.
So that was one of the most frustrating parts I know for Ravi during our post game of the Michigan game was that it never felt like Nebraska, John Butler's defense, the black shirts, whoever you wanted to credit or blame, however you want to phrase that, with making sure that it was, you make Bryce Underwood beat you.
With his arm.
So
with his arm.
Let me ask you this, Ravi. Is there someone on USC's offense that you point to and you say, that guy has to, if USC wins, it better be because that guy beats you because you set up a certain way, right? Like you're going to say like, okay, if Makai Lemon beat us, we're going to feel pretty bad because we probably should have taken him away. If Jaden Maeva's, playmaking ability beats us today, it's because we couldn't control that. Is there someone, or is it Maeva, I guess, on that same sense that you've looked at and you say, this guy's got to beat Nebraska if USC has to win tonight? So
they're going to run a lot of RPO. I think you have to make Jaden Maeva beat you to people other than Makai Lemon.
Okay.
So I think you have to take away the run on that RPO. They're going to run a ton of it. I think you have to take away the run first and then make Maeva beat you on somebody other than Makai Lemon. So if you can do that and USC still beat you, I think you can sleep at night, honestly.
Yeah.
If you take away Wayman Jordan or King Miller or Eli Johnson or whoever is playing running back for USC, it doesn't really matter because they've all been good. If you can take away that on those RPO looks and make Maeva beat you, but he has to beat you to somebody that's not his first read, I will take my chances with that all day long. Like that to me is 100% the way that Nebraska beats this. The other thing that I would kind of lean to is, and I know Nebraska fans are going to hate hearing this. I'd kind of be okay if you make Maeva try and beat you with his legs. Because he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't.
My thought when I asked you that question was there are two things. Either have Maeva beat you with his legs, or if the running backs go off, so be it. Right? Because that's how I see it. Like
I don't think so on the running backs. I disagree on the running backs.
Okay. Fair.
I disagree on the running backs.
Same question. Let's go back to kind of that Michigan game because, again, that's where this balance has been. How big do you want me to call these impact plays or big offensive plays for USC? Like plays of over –
I think call them splash plays.
Yeah, so splash plays for USC's offense. You can't be giving up. It's one of those where you're like, USC's the number one offense in college football in many, many terms.
Yeah.
And you look at it and you say, we're not going to stop everything, but we got to stop a lot of them.
Yeah.
We got to figure out a way to be able to
you got to make them drive. You got to make them drive.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's what it is really is like, and to me, it's, I've said this, just make them snap it again.
Yeah.
Make them snap it again. Make them snap the ball one more time. Maybe they get a 20-yard run. That 20-yard run can't turn into a 60-yard touchdown.
Right.
Like, which we've seen happen in Nebraska a lot this year. Like, maybe they get a 20-yard pass. Don't let that 20-yard pass turn into a 60-yard touchdown. Like, to me, that's the key here is because you're not going to stop them from making all explosive plays. That's not realistic for anybody, but especially against an offense like USC's. To me, the key is don't let those explosive plays be game-changing touchdowns. That's the difference because let's look at Michigan, right? If Nebraska doesn't allow Michigan to have 3 game-changing huge touchdowns, they win that game.
Yeah.
Make them drive.
They have to go down the field, right?
Minnesota was a whole different thing. They just didn't show up. Like, I don't know what to do with that game. Like, they just didn't show up. But Michigan, because Michigan's better than Minnesota, USC is better than Minnesota. Like, I don't know what, I kind of just have to flush Minnesota as that was bad. You got to do better. You got to show up, right? So, to me, it is about making sure those explosive plays lead to first downs, not touchdowns. That is, like, I think, make them snap it again, get back, like, recollect yourselves, make them get 3s instead of 6s. That, to me, is huge if you're Nebraska.
Well, and it's a funny, like, reciprocal type of argument because if you're Nebraska's defense, it's a big field goal game, right?
Absolutely.
Because the more field goals USC kicks, the more chance you have to win. But then on the opposite side, for Nebraska's offense, it's a touchdown game. If you're kicking field goals, you can't expect to win this game. You got to get touchdowns in this one. So I think it's a tough mentality game, I think, more than what we want to give credit for, especially for Nebraska's defense against USC's offense, because I think those big plays are going to happen. But it's how you just say, next play, I got to move on. We didn't give up a touchdown on this one. Might have been a big explosive play. But however we figure it out next is going to make the difference. And if Nebraska stays in this game or if USC just keeps ahead of the league and just keeps on pounding through, and especially late in that third, fourth quarter, got to make sure that USC is not having the ball in those long possessions.
Well, listen, when I don't touch on individual plays, it's also on the scoreboard as well.
Yeah.
You can't be chasing USC constantly because that puts you in a bad spot. You know who we didn't have to chase down, though, is our guy right here, Nate, CEO of Omaha Steaks. Nate, how you doing?
Let's go. I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Good to see you, Nate.
I appreciate you having us out here. You guys were hanging out with us at the morning show yesterday. It's awesome. How are you doing today? You having a good time?
I'm doing good. My CMO, Julie, came out.
She did.
I heard there was a story about some cookies on the airplane.
Yeah, so her and DB, I think it was last year when they DB had to catch a ride up to Michigan. You know, he says he had other things to do. I think he was just late for the plane, but he had to catch a ride up to Michigan. You guys generously gave him a lift, and Julie was there, and she had a conversation with DB, and she had prepared these little gift bags for everybody on the plane, and there was these cookies on there that DB could not stop talking about. And he remembered Julie, he remembered their conversation, the whole thing. So we love you guys over at Omaha Steaks.
Yeah, we love you too. You know, we've got the Team Jack, the Hurrdat, and the Omaha Steaks combination here. I mean, it just doesn't get better than that.
Listen, we're talking about the different ways that Nebraska win today. That's a winning team. Hurrdat Sports, Omaha Steaks, Team
That's
Jack.
right.
I mean, that's a winning team.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, you look around here and you do see some USC fans coming in and enjoying some steak. I mean, we need to teach them.
Well, I mean, you can't get a good steak in California.
That's
Those guys are for milk, not for beef. Come on.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, so we teach them about football and steak today, fellas.
Well, it's good. You got to teach them that they can get Omaha Steaks out in California, too. You got to ship them to them.
To be fair, the happy cows live in California. The good tasting cows live in Nebraska. So, I mean, that is probably the best way to go.
You know
about
what's interesting is California is one of the largest states from a revenue perspective from my company, right?
Oh,
so,
sure.
Yeah, we ship a lot of steak to California.
Interesting.
Well, listen, they got seafood out there. We got steaks out here. They need to mix it. You got to get the surf and turf going somehow, right?
Amen, baby. Amen.
A healthy swap. They call that a balanced offense. I don't know if you know that.
I love that. I love it.
So
I might steal that.
Yeah, please. Listen, hey, we're in the Big Ten. Ball flies by air. Sometimes it hits the ground. You know, you got to do it both ways.
I love it. We could use triple option. A little more than triple option.
Well, listen, that's
Miller North guy?
I was saying Big Miller North. That's what I was going to say is the triple option. You got Hurrdat, you got Team Jack, you got Omaha Steaks. Tell me about how you guys got involved with Omaha Steaks, because we love Omaha, or how you got involved with Team Jack, because we love Team Jack over at Hurrdat. Obviously, our guy Kenny that works with us has a huge relationship with them as well. Sorry if I get distracted here. The food just came over.
Yeah, the smell just hit me. So
how did you guys get involved with Team Jack, and why is that so important to you?
Well, you know, a lot of our team members and our leaders are from Nebraska. I mean, they grew up here. So, you know, we know about the story. You know, in fact, I actually played golf with Rex.
Oh, really?
Just a number of months ago.
Yeah.
And Kenny, you know, he was coming to our tailgate. We built this great relationship with him, and you know, Brendan Stye is a big friend of the company. And so, you know, we just love the concept. For me personally, as CEO, nothing hurts my heart more than to see kids get hurt. And, you know, whether it's food insecurity, like the backpack program, making sure kids don't go home hungry after school, or something like childhood cancer, which just pulls on your heartstrings. You know, if you're not doing right by your community, then you're just not doing something right. You know, you're doing something wrong, really. So for us, it just makes a lot of sense, and it drives a culture of caring inside Omaha Steaks. So it's just feel good.
I think that's one of the reasons that we get along so well, because that's like what you just described there is exactly how Hurrdat feels about the community as well, right? Like, it doesn't matter how popular you are, how much money you make. Like, if you don't do right by the people that have helped you get there and the people that you live in the community with, like, what's the point? Right? Like, at a certain point, like, you can only make so much money. Like, you can only sell so many steaks. You can only make so many social media videos.
Well, we can always sell more steaks.
Well, okay.
But I
don't want to put a limit on it.
I was like, well, hold on. I mean, I kind of agree with most of that.
But it's exactly what Ravi's saying, too. Like, we're guys from two ends of the, complete opposite sides of the state. One's a Panhandle guy, the other is from Millard North, right? So when it comes to something like Omaha Steaks, like, even me being from Sydney, like, I recognize, because it's a Nebraska product. It's
universal brand.
It's one that we understand that what you guys are trying to do. Like, obviously, it's the business aspect of it, too, but it's got that Nebraska value of, like, shirt off my back is a shirt for you, right? I mean, you guys are always doing something extra for the community, something for Team Jack, something for everybody. And that's what, I mean, not only is the beef great, obviously, but it's one of the best parts of just like hearing what else you guys do. It's so Nebraska. It makes me cry like thinking about it. Like it gets you emotional thinking about it.
Me too. I mean, the fact that I get to lead this amazing company is just, it's like, is it real?
Yeah.
And people think we're a food company. They think we're a marketing company. They think we're manufacturing, logistics. We're not. We're an experiences company. And so look around you. I mean, these are the types of things that we're curating. Is those memories, those moments, those down at the dinner table, with your family, with your friends, when you're enjoying an amazing Omaha steak. It's that core memory, man.
Yeah.
And that's what really it's all about.
Yeah. But listen, you talk about memories. One of my favorite memories of my now fiance going down to her family's like Christmas for the first time. Her dad threw down some steaks on their grill. And I immediately was like, I think I could stay here. I could hang out here for a while. So I know what you're saying. Like it's that Nebraska value. It's what you want to be a part of.
Yeah. And, growing up in Nebraska, I went to Lincoln Pius. Okay. Good Catholic boy, right?
AB school. That's good.
AB, right. And then I went to the university.
Okay.
And then I went to Creighton.
There you go.
Right. So I got a little bit of everything.
We love it. We love a J skirt here. We love a J skirt.
Man.
And
he should have went to Curtis next. That's where he could have gotten the full experience.
NCTA, baby.
Right on. So, I am Nebraska. It just flows through my veins. And so, being here and being, this state birthed Omaha Steaks.
Yeah.
So speaking of core memories here, we got an opportunity for core memories here tonight. Nebraska versus USC. How you feeling about the game?
I'm feeling pretty good. My son says it's going to be 49-7.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Hold on. Which way?
Nebraska.
Of course.
Yeah. And my son is probably, I'd argue he's the biggest Nebraska fan on the planet.
Okay.
He's the best kid, and he has almost a photographic memory for statistics.
Oh, nice.
And so he can do math really well. And he has been almost, I think, 3 for 5 on predicting the game within 2 points.
Oh,
I may need to take him over the river.
Right. Yeah. So I'm like,
he's got some value.
I gotta play this in. Yeah. I got to figure out how to parlay this into some cash. Yeah. So,
well, hey, listen, if your son is right, I think I'm not sure Lincoln will survive tonight.
Listen, we're not as many distractions this game as last game.
Well, listen, we cleaned some things up, made sure everybody was well taken care of, just like you do with your Omaha steaks.
Can we eat these things?
Absolutely.
Oh my God,
yeah.
I'm glad you said it. Hey, can I ask you something? So
you can.
I talked about, like, obviously my future father-in-law, we had that great experience. I want to get him some great Nebraska Omaha steaks, right? Some good Nebraska beef. If it's like a Christmas gift, I'm trying to surprise him. What's my best bet? Like, what do I go for?
Yeah, so you really can't beat the bacon wrap flavor. Oh, first of all, let me just say bacon.
Yeah,
okay?
True.
Absolutely.
You wrap.
Got my argument.
You wrap anything in bacon.
You wrap the best filet mignon in the country, on the planet, in bacon. It's like good night.
Yeah.
Like it done, fixed. Like smiles, happiness. The family loves it. And then you get some caramel apple tartlets in there. And then, we've got scalloped potatoes that we actually dig the potatoes up in France and use Normandy cream and then fly them over.
Whoa. International
we don't
where
mess around.
Where is that on the plate here? Because
exactly. You need some carbs.
I know.
You need some carbs.
Which of you potatoes are French?
Yeah, right. So, some of the secret sauce on Omaha Steaks is aging.
Yeah.
You go to the grocery store, you're buying what we would call green beef. So there's no aging happening there. We're aging these steaks at least 30 days, in some cases 35 days, and they're certified USDA tender, which means that when that beef hits your mouth, it's like butter.
Yeah.
And you get the flavor.
I can vouch for that now.
And really you just can't beat it. And 107 years of doing this means you know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I have to say, last time we were here, I think it was for a little bit less of a big game. It was like Houston Christian. I think we were out here.
What do you mean? You don't put them on the same? It's HCU, USC.
Right.
Three
letters.
Right in the same neighborhood. Your guys brought us over. I believe it was rib caps.
Oh boy. Yep.
And I got to be honest, that changed my life.
Yeah.
That might be the best cut of beef I've ever had.
Can I geek out on you a little bit?
Yeah,
here?
absolutely.
Please. Yes, please.
Do you know what the rib cap is?
No.
So
not really.
So you've had a ribeye.
Yeah,
100%. It's my favorite cut.
So on the backside of the ribeye, anatomically, it's called the spinalis, and it's that kind of really creamy, rich part of the ribeye that sits on the cap of the end of the ribeye. So we decided, let's just turn that into a whole steak. Let's just cut that baby right off the full rib.
He's in.
Yep.
Yeah, and let's turn it into a steak. And it is just about the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, it just blows your mind every time.
It's
If
beautiful.
anybody's looking for a Christmas present for me, he just described it right there.
Yep.
The rib cap. I'm not kidding. Like this
tastes like Christmas. Like it tastes like this is Christmas dinner right here.
Right.
Like this is what you want to spend. It's spending the extra money, making sure that you got this for your family because you're trying to either impress, you're trying to make a memory, and that's the best part about this. Like this is not only memorable food, but you can make like great memories with this too, and that's the best part about bringing food together. I'm all about that. Like I always want to have people over and give them the best experiences.
Oh, it's so fun.
You can't do it with spinach artichoke dip. You got to do it with this. This is the best way to do
especially like if you're really trying to do it up. Slicing it on a cutting board like that.
That's a good look.
It really is the way. Like it's whenever I have dinner parties, I got friends over. This is how we're serving it.
Yeah.
Like if you want to, full steak on your plate, you don't want go to a restaurant somewhere. Like if you want to try a whole bunch of different cuts.
Yeah.
Hit omahasteaks.com. We've got all kinds of great bundles where we'll give you the best.
Yeah.
And you can impress your friends.
I gotta say, I might have to order some of those scallop potatoes too, because that is one of my all-time favorite foods.
Brother, you don't got to order them. There's just going to be some showing up at your house.
Man,
right?
that's what I'm talking about. That's my guy right there.
I like Christmas at your place.
Yeah, right.
I've been trying to help you out here. I've been advocating for years that people switch from Thanksgiving turkey to Thanksgiving steaks. I think that's the way to go if you really love your family. Go ahead and get some Omaha steaks.
How dare you bring family into this? That's rude.
Now, just last week, we got rated on the internet with the #1 turkey in America.
Really? Well, look at that. Even if you want to be traditional and get your turkey, Omaha Steaks has you there.
So you're not just a steak company.
That's right.
They're an experience company.
They're an experience
He
company.
told you.
I should have listened from the beginning. I was never an active listener. That hurts.
Look, check it out. We are the largest direct marketer of seafood in North America.
Yeah.
Big scallops guy here, too, just for,
man.
Oh, I love a scallop.
Agreed. I mean, I'm glad. I'm hungry right now.
I know. I was saying we might have to cut this off because there's a lot of steak around here right now that we need to eat. What time are we? Oh, we're golden.
We're golden. Yeah,
it's time to eat. It's time to smash this steak.
That was one of the hardest parts about doing a morning live show with you guys yesterday with Omaha Steaks, because you guys bring in all this great food and you're like, all right, well, Austin, Rico, why don't you guys just work for another 3 hours? You put a whole pile of good looking meat in front of us. What else?
Work we meant nap. Is actually what
Man, listen. So like they brought the cutting board like this out yesterday for the morning show, and they've got the different cuts of steak on it. And then they brought us, and I'd never had these before. They had brought us the smash burgers, and they made up the smash burger. And listen, it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, listen, I don't really need a smash burger right now. I take a bite on air, and I was like, okay, I'm going to need a second here. I just took the headphones off.
Man.
Yeah, none of those smash burgers made it down to the producer's
table. It was unbelievable. Like if I'm demolishing a smash burger at 9 o'clock in the morning, like, you did something right.
So we have innovated in crazy ways in the burger. Are you guys aware of what we're doing?
I know that you made an incredible smash burger that I ate yesterday.
How do you reinvent a burger? I mean, it's been around for 100 years.
Yeah, a couple ways. So we, a couple years ago, we went down what we call the pure ground road, which is we literally take steaks and grind them into burgers. This isn't like you go to the grocery store and it's like mystery ground beef. This is like
the leftovers.
New York strip burger,
right? Yeah,
filet mignon burger,
and you're keeping the fat and everything like in there too.
Oh man, I mean,
that's
this is So like, you want a filet mignon on a bun? You got it.
Yeah.
And it's like people are like, wait a minute, like you're grinding steaks into burgers? I'm like, duh, like yes. Why hasn't this been a thing forever? And then the smash burger is built for the grill too. So
it's incredible.
You don't have to have a griddle.
Yeah.
You can throw that baby on the grill, and it just is amazing. It's a cheese delivery vehicle.
Really
what it is.
It was so good. I can't even explain.
Delivery vehicle.
I can't even explain to you how good it was.
I mean, this is like the best type of experience. Like you said, experience. Like you could just like wake up, be like, "Hey, honey, kids, we're making pancakes," and you're just flipping steaks. I mean, that'd be even better. Like, just keep whatever excuse you can put to have an Omaha steak in your home. That's what you need,
especially at the game. So we're in the stadium.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Omaha Steaks all over the place. So I tell my team, I'm like, it's the ultimate brand impression, because fans across the country now, they want more.
Yeah.
Like the culinary experience when you're at the game, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And so when you're at the place you love, watching the team you love, eating my brand, and when that all happens, it's magical.
Yeah.
And it just elevates the whole situation. So, we're big at Wrigley now.
Yeah.
We're in with the Cubs. We're talking the Athletics.
You're
the
down
Cardinals.
at Arrowhead now, right?
Yeah, in Arrowhead.
I'll say we've done an event for you down at Arrowhead too.
Yeah, and Patrick and Travis are eating our Our ribeyes.
There you
How
go.
do you take a company that's getting bigger and bigger like this, and you're in all these different places, but yet you keep the quality like this so hard? I mean, like that has to be difficult, especially with the expansion you want to keep doing.
It's vertically integrated. I control everything from the top to the bottom, from sourcing the beef, butchering it, packaging, creative, technology, logistics, fulfillment, customer service. It's all in Omaha.
Yeah.
And so I can have my hand, not my proverbially my hand, in everything to make sure that no matter how big we get, no matter how many markets we're in, we've got 93% brand penetration. So if there's 100 people in a room anywhere in the United States, they know Omaha Steaks.
Yeah.
We don't let any of that fall because it's the brand, man. Like we got to protect the brand. It's Nebraska. It's Omaha. It's why we exist, is to create that experience. So it's everything. We checked it.
I'll be honest, you sound a lot like Matt Rule right now. I'm ready to run through a wall. Like, protect the brand. Let's go.
And that's what
There's a lot of analogies.
I was going to ask that next. Like, how important is it? I mean, you could have rebranded this a long time ago. You didn't have to be Omaha Steaks, but why is it important to keep Omaha in that? I mean, I like Omaha, Nebraska brand, all that sort of stuff. Like, why is it still Omaha Steaks?
Because it's our roots. It's where we were born, and it's who we are as people. It's our culture. Like kindness, empathy. Like I care about every single team member at Omaha Steaks like they were my family, and we literally go the extra mile for people. If you're hurt, if you need to spend time with your family, like we're a great place to work because the experience is not just food. It's where you go to work in the morning. You should get up. You should be a smile on your face. Get in the car. You should be happy to go to work. You spend so much time of your life with the people you work with.
Yeah.
Why not make it something that, you believe in the brand, you believe in the purpose of the company, and that's what we're after, and that has a lot of analogies to sports, to football,
and honestly, just to real life. I mean, that's beautiful right there. I appreciate when the quality is not sacrificed because, like, let's be honest, it'd be easy to make some sacrifices here or there, make an extra buck here or there in the short term, but long term, that damages the brand, it damages the company, it damages the experience, and if that's what you're chasing, the experience, then ultimately everything else takes care of itself, right?
There are massive penalties for doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, just huge penalties. Like, if you start undercutting the quality of the product,
it's over.
The customer retention and loyalty just goes away.
Yeah.
And so, when you eat this meat, there are 900 years of butcher experience, like by hand.
Unbelievable. And you can taste it. Honestly, you can taste it. You can taste it in the smash burgers, you can taste it in the rib cap. And we're about to taste it in what's left on the plate here because
it's gonna be gone.
I have waited long enough. We gotta polish this thing on. Nate, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, you're the man.
We love being associated with such a great brand. And
he already gave us a prediction, didn't he?
Yeah, 49-7.
Okay, good. No, that was the Suns. We need yours.
I actually think it's going to be 28-20 Nebraska.
Okay, there we go.
I think it's going to be close at the end. I think they're going to make a surge back.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter, and we're going to hold it out, and it's going to be a W.
I love to see it.
Okay.
Wins for Nebraska all around.
Thanks, fellas.
Nate, thank you so much for joining us.
You, Nate.
There we go. That is Nate. He's the CEO of Omaha Steaks. You love to hear that because, I've talked many times about why Matt Rule is such a why I'm such a fan of Matt Rule, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm still distracted by the steak. Why I'm such a fan of Matt Rule. And it's part of the way because of the way he goes about his business, but it's because of how fiercely he defends not only the brand, but also the state.
Yep.
The way he talked this week about why he's staying here, a lot of it had to do with the university and the team and the players. A lot of it had to do with the place.
Yeah.
Right? I've talked to DB about this before. And as somebody born here, raised here, who chooses to still live here, right? I've had opportunities to go other places. I didn't want to. I love it here. To see for the first time in my life, and this is true, literally for the first time in my life, the football coach at the University of Nebraska actively tell us that he loves this place, right? I've had a lot of coaches say they love their team. A lot of coaches even say they love the university. But to say they love living in this place, that's a whole other level that literally no other coach in my lifetime has said publicly. Maybe they felt it, but that's a thing that I know for a fact about Matt Rule. That's part of the reason I've been riding with Matt Rule since day one. That's part of the reason I think the extension was such a good move for the University of Nebraska. And it's part of the reason I think Nebraska beats USC today.
Through love, through beef,
through love, through beef, through family, and through Nebraska. From Sydney to Omaha, we got it covered.
Yeah, I don't count Kimball.
No, I'm just kidding. We love all of Nebraska.
We do.
Just like Matt Rule does. We love Team Jack. We love Omaha Steaks. We appreciate them having us out here. Austin, it's time. What's your prediction?
I've got this is going to be a shootout. You ready for this? This is going to heart palpitations across the stadium, heart palpitations across the state.
What do we got?
Nebraska in a goofy one, 43-39 over USC.
Whoa, okay.
Goofy.
Austin's taking the over.
Goofy.
I believe that's still at 58.5 or 59.5. So you're taking the way over.
Oh, yeah.
I've got the under. I've got Nebraska winning 27-21. Whew. That is the ball game. I said it earlier in the week here. I don't know why. We talked about premonitions earlier this in the show here. I don't know why. That's just the number that's been sticking out to me. I've got Nebraska winning 27-21, moving to 7-2.
And a punt block.
And a punt block.
Come on.
Let's do it. That's Austin. I'm Ravi. Thank you, Sasha, for joining us as well. And Nate, CEO of Omaha Steaks. It was great to talk to him as well. Really appreciate his insight, and I'll be looking for those scalloped potatoes at my door any day now as well.
Hey, and about 6 hours from now, we are going to see you live from Beer House in Haymarket. We will be there for Hail Varsity postgame. You can come hang out with us. You can share a drink, and we'll share a lot of laughs and smiles when Nebraska BTA's USC later this evening.
And if you're not able to come down to Beer House, of course, you can catch it on all of our social media channels, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Hail Varsity, and Hurrdat Sports. It'll be everywhere. It'll be me and Austin. I think Rico might be joining us as well. He might be down there. I don't know.
He's going to the game, but he's going to end up on the stream somehow.
You never know what Rico's going to do. Yeah. We appreciate all you joining us for pregame. We will talk to you after a Nebraska win. Go Big Red.